I don't know, bro. I think this series might go down to like 6 or 7 or some shit.
Mm.
I'm really hoping it does, if anything.
I think that the storylines are kind of weak, so they kind of gotta force some shit when it comes to the Timberwolves and the Suns. Even though the Timberwolves are a much better team, they have more depth, better defense, much better team on paper. They don't want KD going out sad. His legacy's on the line, so they probably gonna have him cook for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm real intrigued about that series between Minnesota and Phoenix, and that's one I'm probably the most intrigued about. I know a lot of people have mentioned that the Nuggets are gonna lose to the Lakers in the series because the Lakers gonna get revenge and shit. Listen, they won the in-season tournament, bro. Like that was their championship for the year. They not finna do shit this year. So we gonna see a lot more of what we saw Saturday night. Them playing like shit, getting that ass tapped.
No. LeBron fans, Laker fans, the people that ride ESPN till the wheels fall off, the type of people that watch First Take every day, the people that are obsessed with Nick Wright, they're the ones that are telling themselves that the Lakers have a chance. Good, honest, hardworking people know it's Nuggets in 2.
Nigga said Nuggets in 2, bro. Like it's over. That series is over with. I was like, yeah, they went through all that just to get the 2 seed Nuggets and get that ass tap. Okay, hey, that's your funeral, LA. I ain't mad.
Yeah, it's not gonna be particularly close, bro. They've lost 9 games in a row to the Lakers now.
Oh, you mean
Or
vice versa?
Yeah, vice versa. Yeah, the Nuggets have beat them 9 times in a row, and people are still walking around like, but LeBron the GOAT though. I'm like, nah, bro. I like LeBron. It's too late. It's too old.
You know how I feel about LeBron, and yeah, this is not gonna end well for the Lakers. At this point, they just need him in there just so people get eyeballs on these games. That's all that is. Like LeBron's in the playoffs. That's all they need. They don't need him to win shit. They've already ran that storyline to the ground.
It's dead. I was talking to my folks about this. My dad and my brother. We were talking about the whole reason that the play-in tournament exists. I don't know if I've got a chance to ask you this. How do you feel about the play-in tournament?
You know damn well what I've said about this shit. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they made that shit so LeBron could get in the years that like the Lakers just don't get in off being a good team. So, yeah. And it's more TV ratings, revenue and all that shit too. Because it's like extra games they can squeeze into the playoffs. Just like how the NFL did with the extra 7 seed. And the expanded college football playoffs they're doing. Everybody's doing this. MLB, they've all expanded their playoffs to do something to capitalize. I think even hockey's done this shit.
It's literally just like all these people have really complex theories about it. I'm like, bro, they're just trying to make money, bro. Don't think too hard, hurt yourself. They're just trying to make money, bro.
Shit, NASCAR, they've done the same shit. They tried to do the little elimination shit where they rigged it to where just one race matters now. Like everything the other 35 races don't even mean shit. It's just this one race. If we can just rig this shit right, we good. So yeah, it's just an easier way to manipulate shit.
Anything to get people to watch, man. Because I was having this conversation with my brother. I was like, please explain to me why we need the play-in tournament and don't mention revenue for the league. There's no argument. There's no reason it should exist. It's literally
like, why do we have an in-season tournament? Like that's the dumbest shit. Apparently they did this in the WNBA already. I didn't even know until I was playing 2K the other day. They had like the little quizzes and shit. They just had a bunch of WNBA quiz questions. Like nobody knows this shit. Why the fuck are you asking me this? Like, I'm just trying to play a video game. And there was one of them was like, yeah, what is the name of the WNBA in-season tournament? It was the Commissioner's Cup. That's the only reason I know it. But yeah, I was like, what? They did this shit and that, and obviously no one watched it. So
I'm gonna have to put you on the spot right now. Are you watching the WNBA next season?
Nigga, please. You serious? Fuck no, I ain't watching that bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I never watched that bullshit ass game, bro. Stop playing, bro.
I'm gonna watch. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna watch. I want to see Caitlin Clark go up against grown, angry black women, and just see how she does.
I was watching the WNBA. Hell nah, man.
I mean, just tap in for like a game or two just to see if Caitlyn's still cooking. You don't care at all.
I don't give a
Not
fuck with
even
Caitlyn
1%.
cooking, baking, frying, making dessert. I don't give a fuck what she's doing. I'm not watching that shit, bro.
But okay, so you didn't watch any of the college women's games? Like even
That's different. I did
championship
watch that. That's
semifinals?
different. That's different. First off, because like they actually try a little bit better, and their overall product is better. But the WNBA, that shit is dog shit. Like there's been games where you could run for 6-7 minutes straight. They just missing every single shot. Like it's pathetic.
You're right. You're right.
And I stand on what I said. Caitlin Clark ain't saving the WNBA. There might be a couple games that stand out, like when the Fever play the Chicago Sky, for obvious reasons. But every game consistent. Oh no, and they don't really even have to compete against shit but baseball. Oh, the Olympics. Yeah, they got the Olympics to compete against.
The only thing they're beating out is that whack ass spring football league. They keep trying to resurrect. I'm not watching it, bro. It's not real to me. Look, the NFL might be scripted, rigged, whatever you want to call it, but the UFL, the XFL, the quality is just low. I just don't care. Like they got to run all these weird gimmicks just to get some people to watch. You got to really love football. Look, I love sports, but I would never stoop so low to watch the fucking UFL. Like, be for real.
I haven't watched any of it. It's not because of any of that. It's just I'd rather watch racing or, well, now basketball. But I ain't got no knock on it. I ain't seen it to really judge it. But apparently, from the people who watched it, they said they fuck with it. So I'll look at it to see.
Nah, I'm good on all that.
You feel the same way I feel about the WNBA. Who you? Actually, no, I didn't ask you about this. Jontay Porter. Yeah. What's your thoughts on him?
I could do an hour on Jontay Porter. I've been meaning to talk about this on my show, but we could just do it now. This is great. Jontay Porter, for those who don't know, happens to be the brother of Michael Porter Jr., star for the Nuggets. He has something in the neighborhood of a max contract. It's a lot of money. Jontay Porter used to play in the G League, and then he came up to play for the Raptors. And the reason why he is currently cooked, like legally speaking, reportedly, he got caught messing with games, fixing games for himself. Him and his friends, his associates, allegedly, were betting on Jontay Porter player prop unders. Now, those who are not specific with sports betting, I'm just going to lay it out extremely quickly. You can bet on any specific player's points, rebounds, assists, whether they're going to score more than a couple points or less than a couple points. Jontay Porter basically was telling people, hey, yo, I got a little, feeling a little sick tonight. You should bet on my unders. Now, some goofy human being bet $80,000 on Jontay Porter unders and thought that nobody would notice. And it's so ridiculous that it's actually kind of unbelievable. If you really sit down and just read an article like I did for like 4 or 5 minutes, you'll be like, there has to be more to this, because nobody would think that they're actually going to get away with this. It's like the majority of people that bet on sports, they're going to bet on spreads. Oh, Celtics minus 12.5, Lakers to win the series, whatever, light stuff. And they'll throw $50, $100, something like that. Maybe $1,000 if they're really balling. To bet $80,000
specific
on a Jontay Porter player prop.
So specific.
I don't even really have words for it. It's just weird.
Bro, that's what you call a fall guy. It's no difference than Calvin Ridley in the NFL. Dude's translator, Otani's translator for baseball. They got to make it look like they police and shit. It's the same thing with Tim Donaghy as a referee. They needed a fall guy. Like MJ literally bet on himself to win the championship when he was playing. Like, you think these are the only players doing this shit? You think Kobe ain't done that shit before? LeBron James, all of them, when they knew they was gonna win the championship, they wasn't putting a little money on themselves. Of course they are. But they know the league gonna cover their ass for it too.
Right. Yeah. The only reason it would make sense is if it's some type of diversion tactic. Hey, look over here. We're taking care of business while these people are making money over here. It's just to give the impression that, hey, if something ridiculous like fixing games were to happen, we would be on top of it. We take the integrity of the game seriously. When you really think about it that way, you're like, I can see why the most ridiculous story I've ever read in the history of the NBA happened. Is to give the illusion that the games are definitely not fixed. And if somebody was trying to fix them, we would get them. I'm like, all right, bro. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys making an example out of Jontay Porter, a person I've never heard of before until 2 weeks ago. Cool.
Yeah, and another thing they do, they will sacrifice one brother's career for another one. So in this case, he's Michael Porter Jr.'s little brother. Sacrifice his career for his brother's career. We saw the same thing with LiAngelo Ball. He was supposed to go to the NBA. He got in trouble with China. Somehow Trump got involved in this whole situation. And look who became the star, LaMelo Ball, right after that. So, yeah, that's the thing, too. You usually don't see two brothers equally being, like, big-name stars in sports.
Except for the Watts. Everybody else.
I mean, like, there are, of course, exceptions to the rule, but typically you don't see it, especially in basketball. The Currys. One's an all-star, one's a household name, the other's
funny.
Yeah, he's Seth.
It's kind of a joke. Yeah.
That's Doc Rivers' son-in-law. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's usually one that's bigger than the other.
Oh, always. And it's really fascinating when you think about it. It's like, if Steph Curry wasn't, the greatest shooter that God ever created or whatever, would Seth Curry even be in the league? Nah, man. Nah. Let's be for real.
That's like Klay Thompson's brother. He had a brother that was teammates with Seth Curry when they were both playing for the G League Warriors team. And they're like the Little Splash Brothers was like their nickname.
Terrible nickname.
Yeah, it was something like that. But yeah.
And Klay Thompson going out so sad, man. I got a friend that's got a Klay Thompson jersey. You know him. And he must be very upset right now. Dude's not even really into basketball like that. He picked one team, he picked one player, and he's washed.
0 points, man. 0 points. They really were showing. And yeah, it's worth noting that there was like 88% of the money was on Golden State to win that game.
I definitely peeped that. And honestly, I think the one thing that keeps me kind of looped in to the rigged community is the betting bait. That's the only thing that always keeps me humble. Because while everybody was talking about how if the Warriors lose this game, the dynasty is over, the team is breaking up, people treat that sense of urgency like it's real life motivation and start throwing money on the Warriors. Buffoons, okay? This is not a storybook ending. And if you want to talk about a humiliation ritual, I don't even really delve into that type of discourse. But how else do you explain 0 fucking points, bro? 0 points.
Right?
0. None. The entire game. This is what's funny, bro. I was busy, right? I got a life outside of watching sports, believe it or not, and popping into these rigged shows every once in a while. I was busy during the Kings and Warriors game. I checked the box score. I saw the Warriors lose. I was like, first of all, thank God. That's great because I hate Draymond Green, like personally. Okay. But then I'm checking in on Klay Thompson. I see him on Paul George's podcast. He seems like a decent human being. I check to see what Klay's up to. I see that man has 0 points. My first thought is, oh, he got injured. What a shame. Again? Wow. Then I saw how many minutes he played. I said, oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. He going outside. It's rough.
Yeah, man. And they talking about the dynasty over. The big thing was the dynasty been over with. I don't know in what world this dynasty was still going on. Like, no, that shit been over with, dog. Like, we knew that. And they even hyped up this Kings and Pelicans, like that playing game in their last regular season game. They kept, like, TNT was throwing a whole lot of gasoline on this fire about how the Pelicans couldn't beat the Kings or some shit like that. Like, they were 5-0 and all this other shit.
Like anybody even cares about these teams, bro.
Yeah, they were really, like, building up this storyline because they had a big deal with the seeding and the playing games. And fast forward, they ended up playing again on TNT for the playing game. I was like, oh shit, I know what they finna do. They trying to set that shit up. Have the Pelicans lose to the Lakers. Lakers play the Nuggets in a little rematch, and then get the Kings and the Pelicans to play each other in a little play-in.
Some of the stuff's a little bit more obvious than other stuff. The denying of the passing of the torch between LeBron and Zion. I knew that shit was a setup. Zion drops 40, then mysteriously leaves the game with an injury that I still don't know what it is. They said this man had a sore hamstring. You're telling me this man dropped 40 on Bron's head top, ran him over like a hit stick, and then left the game with a sore hamstring so the Lakers could win. Sure.
With 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
Now, he wasn't limping or nothing after the layup. None of that shit. But then you just see this nigga throwing a tantrum, going to the locker room like, oh, yeah. Yeah, this nigga had to sell right there. Because they ain't had no answer for this nigga the whole fucking game.
They really didn't. If anybody that watches the game knows. And look, I subscribe to generally there being a big story, big script. I generally don't subscribe to the idea of people faking injuries until that one. There was one game where a sports book that will not be named, just kidding, it was FanDuel. They had all these props for Anthony Davis to go crazy, and then he left early out of nowhere, and then they didn't refund anybody. And I was like, that's suspicious. Then the Zion thing, the way they hyped up the matchup, the way he was going crazy just to leave, and they couldn't even tell you what the injury was, I was like, that's suspicious.
Yeah. They don't bullshit with that stuff, bro. Like, when it's time to sell an injury, hey, it's time to sell that goddamn injury, no matter what game of the series it is, or any of that shit. They make sure that's a big storyline. Hold on one second.
I just think that generally, whenever there's a game or a story that it feels like everybody's pushing from every angle, you just gotta think twice. You ever have something happen to you and then you like, hold on second thought, that's what you got to do in these situations. Have a second thought. Okay. That's it. Because when you really think about it, a lot of the shenanigans, there's an explanation. If you just use this, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay. Giannis literally, again, has a mysterious injury. What kind of injury do they talk about how you could come back any day now? He might be back game one. I don't know. Who knows? We have no idea. And then what happens? Giannis is not out here for the Bucks, and they're comfortably beating the Pacers. The whole time everybody's talking about how the Pacers are going to take the series. Betting bait 101. Where's Giannis? I guess they don't need him.
I mean, let's not forget who's their coach.
Oh my God, Doc Rivers.
You know how that goes, 3-1. What happens when they up 3-1? Just saying. I was telling Dell this shit the other day. I think that the Bucks gonna go up 3-1 against somebody, either the Pacers or whoever the fuck they play in the next round, and they gonna do a Doc Rivers special.
If Doc Rivers blows another series lead, he needs to be exercised from the league. I'm not talking coaching. I'm not talking about broadcasting. I'm talking ban him from the sport. Like Jontay Porter. Jontay Porter his ass, bro. You got to get out of here.
Oh, shit. That's funny as fuck. No, he keep getting jobs, man. We know it's because he coasting off that one championship. He and the Brotherhood played in the league, blah, 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 blah. That's the only reason he get all these goddamn coaching jobs for real. Like, it's absurd.
Yeah, the nepotism is out of control. It really is. Like, I get it. Look, it's easy for people to hate on people like Austin Rivers and Seth Curry and future NBA superstar Bronny, who's averaging 5 points a game right now. It's easy to hate on him, right? But just put yourself in these other people's shoes. If you had some pool, wouldn't you want your kid in the league? Of course you would. Even if he was trash, you'd be like, go get the money. So I'm not hating on it. I just think it's silly, you know, at the end of the day.
I mean, it's a brotherhood. They got to make sure who's in there is someone who's prepped and ready and all that shit. And it makes sense if you were raised by an NBA player. Chances are they're gonna tell you the ins and outs of how shit operates. So yeah, that makes sense. And you ever notice that typically if the dad is like really fucking good, the son is like a role player at best. And if the current player is a star, their dad was usually a role player. Like you can look at like Steph Curry, All-Star, Hall of Famer. His dad was a role player.
Yeah, he was alright.
Kobe's dad was a role player. Kobe Bryant, Hall of Famer. Gary Payton Sr., we know, the glove, Hall of Famer. His son, role player.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they don't usually let two of them shine like that. Hell no.
Somebody trolling this Ant Edwards in the chat. I feel like Anthony Edwards is getting pushed extra because you've definitely heard the narrative. I know everybody probably has in the chat that like all the best players in the NBA are international players. And they're like, nah, bro, Ant's our guy now. Yeah, he treats women poorly. He did tell somebody to get an abortion, LOL. But listen, he's our guy. He's the next Michael Jordan, okay? Every dunk he does is the dunk of the year. Every block he gets is the block of the year. He's the face of the league now.
That's because he's funny. He's got a personality. He's likable and shit. And they passed him over John Morant. Let's not forget that shit. They passed that nigga clean because John Morant kids really was getting like the colored dreads and like doing all the little shit he was doing. Like that's the one they was really looking up to as far as the new generation of NBA players. And after they hit him with all that shit to make him turn to Allen Iverson, they're like, Anthony Edwards, he's safe right now. We going with him. He's a safe black guy. Let's use him.
I like John Morant. He just couldn't stop.
That shit was all planned. Make him the villain. They needed a bad guy. He's one of them.
John Wick. Hey, the John Morant nicknames are crazy. But yeah, no, I don't believe that anybody is. Every time you see something that is so unbelievable, it's probably because it's not actually real. Sometimes it's just, you just got to trust your own eyes. Would somebody that's making John Morant's money really be that dumb that many times over? Nah, bro.
Exactly.
No.
And on the last one, his homie who was filming the shit, he was even looking over before he showed the camera and shit. Like, he looked over and then did it. Like, nigga, you clearly premeditated to do this shit. Like, who does that?
It was a very suspicious video because how do you not know that your homie's on live? How? I've never been in a situation in my life where I did not know people were recording me on a live.
Exactly. Knowing you've already got in trouble for this shit already. You can't tell me you didn't know about this. Or what could happen a second time. Like, come on. That nigga said, greatest shooter ever, John Wick or Steph Curry.
It's close.
It's funny as hell.
It's definitely a debate. It's definitely a debate. What is your take on the Jontay Porter situation? What is the outcome supposed to be outside of just, the league trying to tell you that the games aren't fixed and they're cracking down on player prop sports betting? What's the point?
Basically, him to be a fall guy, make it look like they keeping shit honest, and a sacrifice for his brother's career since he's banned from the NBA.
So Nuggets going back to back is what you're saying.
That's not a crazy thing, man. They've been doing that all year. Chiefs, Huskies, Denver could go back to back this year as well. ESPN would love to throw a meme up on their little community post for that shit.
Yeah, I could see it. Like, the Nuggets are a clean team. Like, a bunch of likable dudes. Jokic isn't taking himself too seriously. They're fun to watch. Aaron Gordon, former dunk contest finalist. You got Jamal Murray, the best non-all-star I've ever seen perform in the playoff.
I thought he was at least a one-time all-star, but that's wild.
Very weird. Jokic is, I don't know, man. If you just watch the games, bro, sometimes I'd be arguing with people about the NBA, and then you talk to them for like 10, 15 minutes, you'd be like, oh, you don't even watch these games you'd be arguing about. That's crazy. If you actually watch the basketball games, you'll see that Jokic is just different. He's just a different kind of guy, and I'd be cool with it. Even though I'm a Thunder fan, I'm literally rocking the Thunder shorts right now. I am a Thunder fan, but I won't be mad if they don't get it this year. I mean, they're so young, man. They got plenty of time.
I don't think they ever will, man. I don't think they're ever gonna give OKC a championship. Dead ass, bro. Like they'll always be contending for a playoff spot or something. That's what they always do. Like even the years you don't even really see them a whole lot on national TV, they'll be quietly hovering with like 40-something wins. You just didn't even know it. Like when they had Chris Paul, didn't show one fucking primetime game until the playoffs. All of a sudden, they there just magically.
I can't even tell you the journey I've been on with them. I've talked about this so many times, but to have 3 different MVPs in Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, then to have Paul George, then to have Chris Paul, to have all these players, nothing to show for it. It's depressing. It's tough. And not as bad as being a Knicks fan, but it's pretty bad.
You ain't got to do them like that, damn.
They don't even deserve it, bro. Like, I don't understand how you the mecca of basketball, how you in Madison Square Garden, and they just won't let y'all have shit. It don't make any sense.
I mean, because as much as they're worth, they don't have to. They're like the Cowboys. They don't need to win shit. They brand alone gonna sell.
You're right. Yeah, they're one of those rare teams. It doesn't matter whether they're good or not. People are going to show up anyway. So why make them good? You know,
and
they're gonna get the same amount of money
to the past too, just like the Cowboys. Cause it's not like they ain't won NBA Finals and shit. They done won NBA Finals, just not with Patrick Ewing and shit. But they've won them before. Phil Jackson was on one of the teams.
Right.
I think that was his 13th ring. Or no, did he win 2 with? I think it was 2 with the Knicks, 6 with the Bulls, and then 5 with the Lakers. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah,
it's just
player and the coach, and coach 2 of the greatest players of all time. That's fucking wild. And then you was the GM of the Knicks or president or some shit and ran Melo off. That's even crazier.
They were never gonna let Melo win because he's too much of a thug, according to the league. If you too hood, they won't let you win. Allen Iverson, give him the MVP, let him go to the finals. You can't win. Same shit with Lamar. It's just the perception. I
wouldn't say that's why with Melo. Melo was one of those we gave you all the individual accolades. It's kind of like a Dame Lillard. Like you get all these individual accolades, but you ain't seeing no championship. James Harden, you get you can get an MVP, you can get all these scoring titles, all this other shit. You ain't winning no ring. Chris Paul, same shit.
James Harden is definitely self-sabotaging, but that's another story.
No,
I don't think he wants it. He don't want it, bro.
I don't think he's ever going to get one. That's why I don't think the Clippers are going to get it, because they have too many players that, for some reason, they refuse to give a ring to besides Kawhi. Paul George, he might eventually get one at some point in his career. With LA, doubt it. But Russell Westbrook and James Harden, nah, them niggas ain't getting no rings.
The NBA likes to prop up like villain archetypes, but it won't actually reward them in a weird way. People like to act like Russell Westbrook was just this really mean guy, so he can't win. Okay. The league likes to act like they'll have Chris Paul be like the president of the Players Association. But every time you hear a story, it's like, man, Chris Paul's such an asshole, bro.
Bro,
like,
players don't like Chris Paul. Like, that's a real thing. Like, he do all them little political games in the locker room. He one of them niggas. That's why they don't like him. Like, it's the same way with any of them dudes who got a lot of power where it's known, like Trae Young's another guy like that for the Hawks. He even got coaches fired, multiple. Nate McMillan and Lloyd Pierce. And he with Clutch Sports. So, yeah, there's certain Giannis with, old dude they fired before, Adrian Griffin, before they hired Doc Rivers. Yeah, they don't like certain things like that, bro. Like the little political games and shit that go on behind the scenes.
Giannis getting multiple coaches fired after getting MVPs in a ring is crazy.
Because they got Budenholzer fired too, which is fucking who they want to chip with. But
why? Why?
I mean, honestly, he's not as good of a coach as people think. And he had a drinking problem too. That's another thing.
Yeah,
they don't talk about that, which that's been known since Atlanta. But Bud is in his name, so I get it. Budweiser. Yeah.
Nah, there are certain things that the media just will not talk about. Like they won't. Like there's certain really, really popular sports talk shows that won't even touch the Jontay Porter thing. They're just leaving it to the league, which I think is crazy. Because if you actually think about it, it's the craziest story I have ever heard, ever in the NBA, like in the modern NBA. You know, it's no Malice at the Palace or anything, but it's like, it's really ridiculous. And nobody's even really talking about it. All they're talking about is how great the NBA is at catching them. And I know it's obvious, but it's still like, it's just unfortunate people got to go to YouTube to hear about how stupid Jontay Porter is. But he probably got a bag though. He'll probably be all right. He'll probably get away with it.
He'll be straight. He'll be straight. Happy birthday, Marco Polo. He says his birthday today. Okay. The day after the holiday. Damn.
You can celebrate last night. That's cool.
Yeah, sure. Weekend, you get the whole weekend. You get Friday too. Said the 2020s NBA teams beat up other top seeds without their top stars playing. In what world does that make sense, especially in a blowout game? It's hardly happened in the 2010s. That's true. We ain't see that a whole lot in the 2010s. Like how we do now, which I think we gonna see this a little bit more, but we gonna start seeing those stupid ass comebacks where teams are down like 30. Especially the Milwaukee Bucks. One of these games.
Oh yeah. I just the bait in this Bucks series has been so insulting. All I've been hearing about Damian Lillard for the past month is how he's lonely and he's depressed and he's going through a divorce and Milwaukee is boring and he hates his life. And now we out here dropping 40, beating the Pacers by 20. It's a joke. Like I'm so sick of it. Like there's some people in the chat that have been saying things like the NBA is unwatchable, the script is terrible. Like Kawhi getting ruled out today right before the game starts just so the Clippers can win. I'm like, this shit is stupid. It's not even fun.
Yeah,
some of it's just dumb, man.
That's my issue is like when they go overboard with the fake injuries and shit. That's where my like gripes come. What you do on the court, all little fuck shit, it's whatever. But when you start having matchups where you know would be better if all the players were playing on the team or if this player was going against that player and all of a sudden he can't play, it's like, dude, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, this is the time for y'all to let these niggas shine for real. You can do this shit in the regular season all you want, but the playoffs, when people like really looking forward to watching this shit, come on, bro. Stop bullshitting with these fake ass injuries.
Man, I'm just looking at Pat Bev over on the bench huffing and puffing like he playing all hard and shit. 2 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists.
Bucks because he was with the Sixers to start the year.
I cannot keep up with this man, bro. He'll be getting traded, released, bought out, shipped overseas, shipped back over here. 6-man role player, starting lineup, 13th man, coach's assistant, podcaster. I don't even know what he does, man. I really don't. He just be running around.
Yeah, it's like he went from I think the last thing it was like the Timberwolves to the Lakers to the Bulls to the Sixers to the Bucks. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley is one of those rare NBA players where like there's this there's this picture of Shaq in like so many different jerseys that it like completes a rainbow. Patrick Beverley is on his way to that.
Yeah, he is. I'm saying shit. He probably done it already. Yeah, I think he has.
Shit, KD's on his way there too. I feel like the most under discussed thing is like how fraudulent Kevin Durant's success kind of is. Like all this individual stuff, but do you remember there was this era of time where people were like really, really, really going at KD every single day over how his rings in Golden State didn't mean anything, right? And everybody that was defending him was like, no, he's really like that. Just watch. He's going to get his own. He's going to lead his own team. We're still waiting. The Suns are bad right now.
Here's the thing, bro. The Warriors needed him as much as he needed them. That's what people don't want to admit. People that overvalue Draymond Green in that whole goddamn equation. You could get rid of Draymond Green and kept Kevin Durant. They would have won them goddamn championships. Like, they need to stop acting like this man didn't alleviate some pressure off of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Because all this energy you could give to Steph Curry, because you know he's such a threat scoring and off the ball, you got to keep an eye on this nigga because he always moving and shit. Now you got this 7-footer who can play defense and SWAT shit on top of that. and he can create his own shot, dribbling and shoot threes and all this other shit. Yeah, he was a big part of that shit.
I feel like he was, but I feel like Kevin Durant can only be good if nothing is really expected of him. Like, people always like to talk about how much pressure was on KD when he went to the Warriors. Was it though? Like, when they were winning big games, did anybody even talk to him?
In his own head, it's probably more so on himself. Like, I gotta win to get here type shit. But outside looking in, everybody in the league knew who was gonna win that championship. Those next
everybody,
two,
both years.
Yeah, that third year, no one saw Toronto winning that shit. But you know, injuries and shit. But yeah, them first 2 years, everybody knew, and their mama knew it was gonna be Cleveland, Golden State in the finals.
Yeah,
who's gonna win?
And that second time around, that second year with KD against the Cavs, was probably the worst finals I've ever watched.
Was that the one where not Draymond, but JR dribbled the ball out?
I think so. Yeah. It was that because people are always talking about that LeBron run, that 2018 run. Some people argue that's prime LeBron. It's arguable. And it was like 50. He had that 51-8-8 game or whatever. And J.R. Smith dribbled out the clock, and LeBron was like, "All right, okay, well, I'm done." I'm not even mad at him though, because honestly, because that was the year where Kyrie was already gone, so it was LeBron and Kevin Love against the Avengers. It was never a contest. It was not fun.
Here's the thing. I didn't like how predictable it was. And this was even before I was aware of like how scripted it is and all that shit. I was just like, we know who's going to win this shit. Like, what are we doing here? But he said Bob Myers screwed that up by disrespecting KD in the 2018 parade. That's when KD was 1 foot out of Golden State. That and Draymond Green called Kevin Durant a bitch, and they had the little confrontation. That's another thing. And Bob Myers, I want to talk about this. Bob Myers is the thing. He a slick motherfucker. You notice how he got the little ESPN job right before Golden State? The shit really hit the fan this year.
Right.
He was smart. He was like, let me get on up out of here real quick before they really knows what's going on. So my hands is clean of this whole Draymond shit. That motherfucker was smart.
Yeah, he definitely knew when to get out. Also, I feel like people have been trying to get away from the Warriors generally because their owner, usually their GM, I forgot which one, keeps talking about trying to get out of the luxury tax. And I feel like part of that was allowing Kevin Durant to be disrespected, and so they get him out of there so they wouldn't have to pay him anymore. The only reason Clay got paid is because they felt like him and Steph were a package deal. But even that good grace has ran out after that 0 that he put up. It's just like, bro, it's done. It's been done. But this was the nail in the coffin for sure. I don't care how many times y'all keep saying, we want to bring everybody back. Everybody I talk to says they want to bring him back. Steve Kerr, if you want to keep living the life that he's living, he's going to have that hard conversation, my boy.
I'm just ready to see Draymond in the Lakers jersey because it's bound to happen.
I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can keep watching the league right like that. I don't know if I can watch Draymond and LeBron on the same team.
I mean, think about it. It only makes sense. Like, it's bound to happen at some point.
I just want to see Draymond play without Steph and see if he matters at all.
Go see what's really good with Draymond.
I just want to see him play one full basketball season without Steph Curry and see if he has any fans left.
We did see that. We've already seen that. That was the year they got the first number 1 overall draft pick. We've seen this before. That's when he was getting ejected and shit. Yeah, that was the exact same season. Yeah, we've seen this before. We've been new about Draymond. He ain't no damn max player. He ain't tricking nobody.
He sucks. He sucks as a human being. I'm not a fan of his character, whatever role he's been meant to play in the league. If he was meant to be in wrestling, they call it a heel. Great heel, man. It's just the worst dude. Like, if his role is to be unlikable, he's killing it. He's that guy.
He's like a kind of like Bill Laimbeer for like the Bad Boys Pistons. Since someone mentioned Draymond to the Pistons, yeah, he'd be like a Bill Laimbeer type of dude. Cause I don't think Bill Laimbeer is a Hall of Famer.
On his Street Fighter moves.
Hey man, I can see it. But I do think at some point he is going to WWE. Dead ass. He's gonna be in a match at WrestleMania
for sure.
at some point in the near future. I'm gonna say in the next 5 years. If the WrestleMania is in Detroit, he'll probably be there, and he gonna have a feud with, I don't even know who's gonna be popping by then, but he gonna have a feud with probably like, I don't know about Roman Reigns, but like
he gonna have a feud Jason Kelsey or some shit. Who knows, bro? He's gonna be getting.
He gonna be in the ring, bro. Dennis Rodman was in wrestling before too. He was in WCW, so yeah, he gonna be in, and he can give promos and shit too, because people already hate him. So yeah, he gonna be in wrestling. Him and the Miz or some shit probably gonna be
Superman punched by Logan Paul in a couple of years. Who fucking knows, man? Hey, are you watching the you gonna watch that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight?
If I remember it, yeah. I'll see what's up with this shit. I mean, I watched that Ryan Garcia fight last night, and they was giving that script away. They was giving that script away pre-fight.
Talk about it, please. Please talk about it.
He was like, "Oh, we gonna see something big in the first couple rounds. People ain't gonna expect." And then like the energy that Ryan Garcia had going to the fight, I was like, something off. Like this nigga ain't got I'm about to lose energy. He had like really I'm confident I'm about to beat this nigga ass energy. I was like, something off about this nigga. And Devin Haney energy was a little off too. I was like, he was like a minus 940 or some shit. And Garcia was plus 550. I was like,
huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of money on Haney. Something ain't right. Yeah, and then last minute, I was like, let me put some money on Ryan Garcia real quick. Let's see what's up. And early in the fight, guess what? Hit that nigga with a good one. There's a couple of them. Haney was walking into them punches and shit. I was like, oh, yeah, I see Haney trying to throw this motherfucker. The referee let Ryan Garcia also get a late punch in. When he was interfering and shit, Ryan cocked him real quick in the head. Shouldn't have been allowed to do that shit. I was like, oh, yeah, I see what they doing.
I really wish somebody would have reminded me that Ryan Garcia fight was happening, because I would have bet everything on Ryan Garcia. I've been following his career, not as a boxing fan, but just as somebody that like was fascinated with the speed of his left punch. Like I would just randomly come across his videos on social media and be like, I have never seen a motherfucker punch with his left hand so fast in my life. And every time he fights, I just assume he's gonna win. But I didn't know this fight was coming up. But I did see all the stuff. There was this crazy narrative about how he lost his mind. He was doing all these cries for help. He's going on Twitch screens,
this way,
Twitch streams and podcast interviews, going crazy. And I was just like, is he still gonna fight though? As soon as I found out he was still gonna fight, I was like, oh, he's gonna win. This is misdirection. This is it's bait. It's textbook bait. If I knew when the fight was happening, I'd have made a ban. I'd be sitting on racks right now, because it was just
the way they was setting up everything, like everything you just talked about, was what they were saying when he was walking into the ring, like really hyping up all that shit. I was like, yeah, I see what they doing. They really trying to paint this picture and this narrative and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Strange times.
Yeah. And it was the upset of the day because all the home teams won in basketball. So that was basically every favorite that won. So it was like at some point somebody has to get fucked over in some bet, and that was the one.
Yeah, Brooke Lopez just posterized somebody. Yeah, I'm turning this shit off, bro. This shit is ridiculous. I don't even.
All the games been sloppy today. All of them been lopsided as hell. This
the only one I watched for a minute was that Celtics and Heat game, and that got bad real quick. I was like, "Yep, there's another blowout." See, the league needs so badly to switch these first series to like best of 5. That would just make my life, bro. I'm so tired of watching these fucking blowouts. They're terrible.
It used to be best of 5 back in like 2004 or something. Then they switched it in the first round. But yeah, I agree, dude. Yeah, this shit crazy. They don't need to play in. They don't need best of 7 for every fucking round. But again, TV revenue. They got deals with HBO Max, so it is what it is. Someone said Pelicans upsetting the Thunder tonight. I don't know about all that.
I will be very upset if that happens. With no Zion, with the Thunder being, you know, I wouldn't be that surprised, but I would be pretty upset.
I don't think the crazy shit gonna happen till tomorrow. Game 2. Game 2s. I think today gonna be pretty smooth for the most part. I mean, every game been blowout. Yeah, I ain't got nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying, happening tonight.
So if you had to pick one team that you think is most likely to win, based off, if not talent, then what the league wants as far as the title, who do you think is winning this year?
That back-to-back is very tempting for the Denver Nuggets.
I actually agree. I truly believe, barring any type of miraculous injury, real or otherwise, I don't see any reason why the Nuggets aren't going to run it back-to-back. I think the best story is for the Celtics to have to make hard decisions for not winning another year. Like, if they get to the finals healthy, or Porzingis is probably going to, come up with some type of back injury, whatever. But if JT and JB get to the finals and lose again, something's got to move. Something's got to move. And I think that's the best story. The Nuggets to go back-to-back and the Celtics to blow it up.
I can see that. Because I know they've been hyping up that matchup, the Celtics and the Nuggets, for the finals all year. I could see that. And it's in Boston's MO to choke, because that's what they do. For whatever fucking reason it is, they cannot get over the hump.
I blame JT. Jaylen Brown basically beat the having no left hand allegations. Fine, good for him. Keep the money. But Jason Tatum, they've been talking about how he's top 5 MVP candidate, how he's still 19 years old. They've been talking about this shit for years.
How he's still 19.
And he's got nothing to show for it. He's got nothing to show for it. And I feel like the culmination of all that is going to be at the end of this year. They're going to be like, hey, bro, Celtics cannot get it right. They might bring Doc back. That's how bad it's getting over there.
I don't know. It just ain't in the script for them, bro. Like, someone compared them to the Niners, which is a very accurate description. Like, the team that had kind of recent success, and they get there a lot. They get close as shit a lot, but they just cannot get over that hump. They are the San Francisco 49ers.
The 49ers, that's actually a really great comparison. That really is. Because they have all this talent and they keep losing for unexplainable reasons.
Someone said Clippers need to win to get butts in that new arena. They don't. They don't need to win shit. They in the playoffs. They a good team. They don't have to win the goddamn thing to get seats asses in that new arena.
I almost feel bad for Clippers fans, but I also don't, because why are you a Clippers fan? But I just think that people are going to go regardless, just because they keep seeing those big names. As long as Russell Westbrook's there, Paul George is there, Kawhi is there, allegedly, kind of in spirit, people are going to keep showing up regardless, because they have this misguided hope that all these former All-Stars, former superstars, former MVPs are actually going to do something. There's no evidence.
No, they don't. It's just one of them teams is just destined not to win, because that's a LA Laker town. It's like New York is never a Brooklyn Nets town. Even when they had Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden, it's always the Knicks. So it is what it is, man. Even with a new arena.
Somebody just commented Halliburton's a punk. How you shoot 5 shots? I wasn't watching the game that closely. Ain't no way this man only shot 5 times. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold the fuck on.
Sell him, man.
Bro, he threw. Oh my God. No, he shot 7 times. Oh, wait a second. He shot 7 times.
36. That's the funniest part about it. 40 minutes, 36 points.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I might just watch Thunder games and just tap back into the second round, bro, because I can't do this shit. Halliburton.
1 for 3 from 3.
Why was he shooting 57%, but just wasn't? Why didn't he keep? He threw. They sold. They man. that FanDuel bag must be different. Golly, man, they're not even trying.
That's funny as shit. I ain't touched none of these games today. I was like, it was not advantageous. So like, fuck it, you can have it today.
I should have known these player props would be goofy after that Jontay Porter shit. I should have just stayed away from everything, bro.
Hey, this is game 1 though, man. You know shit. Sometimes shit start off slow. Shit start off like all the teams be up 2-0 and then all the crazy shit happens. So, you know what I'm saying? Some crazy shit gonna happen. Just wait. Give it midweek. We gonna see some wild shit. I ain't stressing. I ain't stressing.
About to just be watching fucking English Premier League games, bro, because I can't.
I'm
NBA
really
is letting
contemplating
me
not
down,
even
bro.
watching this OKC Thunder game. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'm like, shit, man. Like what's on TV right now? Hockey. Shit, I mean, I watched boxing last night, but
Continue
that game better
rewatching
be
Invincible.
close. That game better be close. Goddamn it. It said NBA script writers like EA Sports. They been on some bullshit. Yeah, they need a update, sir. They need a DLC or something.
They're trying to hide this game from people, this Thunder and Pelicans game, putting it at the very end of the day. It's like a quintuple header or whatever. I don't even know how many games have been played today. They know Zion's not playing. They know nobody likes the Thunder. They're like, fuck it. We'll put it at, 9:30 Eastern time, bro?
Watched the Thunder like that this year. That's the crazy part. Because they weren't really even showing them a whole lot on national TV.
No.
For a team as good as they were not showing them. And this nigga, SGA, he had an MVP-like season. That's insane.
They wouldn't give it to him if he was the only player left in the NBA.
You know the last American-born NBA MVP was James Harden in 2018?
Really? I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Giannis, Embiid, and Jokic won after him.
Yeah. But did you see that team that we're putting that team that we're putting out for the Olympics?
Steph Curry finally playing the Olympics is crazy. I didn't even know that. And it looked like they serious about the shit too.
You know what's so strange? Like, bro, there's the fact that the team is being led by some of the oldest players in the NBA is just not a good look for domestic NBA basketball play.
We kind of did this shit before. I mean, it ain't too. I mean, here's what the shit get wild. When you look at Kevin Durant, LeBron James, it's like we don't need both of them. Really don't need either, to be honest.
I'm just tired of old heads talking shit. That's the main thing that I'm sick of. Give me a minute on this. This is important. I am so tired of hearing about how good the fucking dream team was. Okay, they were great. They really were. Like, they're top heavy though. All right, I'm tired of hearing about how David Robinson would run the league today. Shut up, bro.
All right. Chill.
Stop.
David Robinson was actually good.
They're like, Charles Barkley would average 26 in today's game. No, he fucking wouldn't. Okay, he would be a role player.
Yeah, he would. They don't play defense nowadays, bro. What are you talking about?
Charles Barkley was flabby. Okay, he had flabby old head strength.
No, he wasn't.
He's more athletic than you think. But he's not nearly as athletic as today's players, bro.
What in the hell?
The way I've been hearing people talk about our players is offensive to me. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, that is insane. I'm looking at this dream team roster while you saying all this shit. Christian Laettner would have still been, we know why he was on the team. Let's keep it a buck. But David Robinson, he would have did his thing. Patrick Ewing would have did his thing. Larry Bird would have definitely fucking done his thing. Scottie Pippen would have been the same fucking player. He actually been more effective on defense nowadays.
Scottie Pippen is one of the more underrated players.
Clyde, MJ, I know you not talking about the niggas on this team: Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, Chris Mullin, John Stockton, one of the greatest point guards up. What are we talking about here, Derek? What the fuck are you talking about?
Chris Mullin. I'm not gonna argue about Chris Mullin at all. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that person. I'm sure he's very good at basketball.
You are wild.
He was good for his time. He would make it in the NBA. Would he do anything with Ant? Could he guard KD? Could he what? I'm confused. I'm confused.
You said the dream team would not have done shit today.
I'm not saying they wouldn't have done shit. What I'm saying is, look at our team, look at their team, and I'm telling you, they can't move with us. They can't keep up. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I just think they top heavy. That's all I'm saying. I just think they top heavy.
That's crazy as fuck. Yo, that's some wild shit right there.
They got a hell of a lineup. A hell of a starting five. Once we get deep in the trenches, that's all I'm saying.
That's wild. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's insane too. OKC getting put out. That's insane. That's
Shut up,
happening,
Sean.
sir. That is not happening, sir. They might struggle and get to 6, but I think in 5, niggas handling business with New Orleans. Depending on if is Zion gonna come back and shit, that's the real question.
I have one serious question for you. Who would you actually take in a 1v1, John Stockton or Tyrese Halliburton? Pre-injury Tyrese Halliburton.
That is a really weird. That's a weird.
It's really not because they're both
Stockton
on the
was
US
locked
team.
down on defense though, bro. Stockton was cold on defense for real, bro. Like,
was he?
Yes. Nigga,
Don't make me come back here with John Stockton defensive highlights. It's gonna be a short video.
Yeah. I'm taking John, bro. I'm taking that man John. Stop playing with the kid. They be disrespecting John Stockton like a motherfucker though, for real. Shit is insane.
He's very good at passing the basketball.
That's wild. That is.
Karl Malone is a very talented rebounder.
I ain't gonna get into Karl Malone. I ain't gonna say nothing because I can't say nothing nice about Karl Malone. I'm gonna just shut up. He's a good basketball player. That's the nicest gonna get. I can't say nothing past that.
He's a good basketball player. I just heard people talking about. I don't know, man. I just don't like the revisionist history. I don't like people painting pictures as if like I was arguing with somebody about the Thunder and the Heat in 2012. They were just like, we're talking about children. They were so young. I was like, they're in the finals.
Wait,
I don't
what?
care how old. So, somebody was telling me, of course LeBron beat them. They were children. I was like, they're in the NBA. They're in the same NBA as Kobe Bryant. They're in the same Western Conference as the Spurs.
Wait, what team was children? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay, the 2012 Oklahoma City Thunder that had James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook. People were saying they lost to LeBron because they weren't mature enough, which is the worst argument I've ever heard in basketball ever. They're too young to win. So how did LeBron carry a bunch of male men to the finals in 2007 when he's so young? Don't tell me he was on steroids then because he's lean as shit. All I'm saying is
people like undervalue that team. If they go back and look, Zydrunas Ilgauskas was giving Tim Duncan the business in that finals. That's just a big ass narrative that team was just a bunch of scrubs and LeBron carried. That's cap of shit. That is not true. Niggas was not scrubs on that fucking that first stint of Cavaliers teams was not scrubs like they say. They was not scrubs.
I don't know because LeBron left and then they were useless. Every year they were useless.
A lot of capital. That's why you lose a lot of shit whenever you invest a lot of money in a player and shit that you can't put in other places. It's gonna fuck up your future. Everywhere he's gone, the future been fucked up. Except Miami because they know how to build shit out of nothing.
That's that Heat culture.
Yeah, Pat. Then that's why LeBron didn't stay there long either because Pat Riley's like, you ain't finna run shit, be the whole GM and shit. You got me fucked up. I got mob ties, bitch. Who the fuck is you?
Pat Riley does look like he has mob ties. Yeah,
Pat Riley ain't playing that shit.
He's definitely had people whacked, allegedly.
He give me like Rick Pitino vibes like that, but like he don't play.
There's some dudes, like there's some like old heads in the NBA that are like in coaching and office management positions. Like Tom Thibodeau, I would not fuck with that dude. He looks like he's a problem. Like he's the type to like run a fade with his own players. I could just tell.
I don't like Tom Thibodeau because he's the reason Derrick Rose got hurt. Like
he
the thing with Thibodeau is he will run his players into the ground. Like you can look at the Knicks minutes and shit, players minutes and shit. Niggas be playing like 40 something minutes in games. They shouldn't even be playing 40. Like they be winning by like 20, but they didn't play 40 something minutes. Like why?
Tibbs runs his team like it's 2K, bro. Like he's like, oh, your stamina isn't completely depleted. You running on
some more. Yeah. We need to see that Gatorade logo at the bottom. Let's go.
He doesn't care. He's like, oh, I see the Gatorade logo. That just means you thirsty. Get the fuck back out there. The game's not over.
But nah, for real, fuck that nigga, bro. He done robbed us of like greatness. Cause I was looking at some of D-Rose highlights when in his prime. I was like, damn, bro, like we really got fucked out of like watching like one of them ones for real. It's like, damn.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. So sometimes I think back to that D-Rose time and I'm like, did I imagine that? Was that even real? It was. That was on tape, bro.
That shit was wild. That was back when the NBA was really good for real. The league ain't been good in my opinion since like 2016, 2017ish. That was like when the league was last good. 2019, it was a different team winning. And then shit
Yeah.
went downhill after that.
Around the time the Warriors and Cavs played each other 13 times in a row, like things were really good right before then. After Kobe's last game, the league kind of lost its fastball. Right after Kobe left there, like we don't really know what we're doing.
I'm trying to remember, was his last year that same year that the Cavs came back 3-1, or was that the year after that? I think it was the year after that. Cause I think he played a year with Lonzo. I know.
I'm telling you, okay. Kobe's last game, it was literally April of 2016. I'm telling you, right around that time, things got bad. Cavs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors. I just had to fact check.
Yeah, it was 2016. Sure. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It was 2016.
And then after that, 3-1 shit happened. Katie goes to the Warriors. League's cooked.
That's when shit teetered off a little bit, but it didn't really, nosedive until like the bubble and all. That's when shit nosedived.
Yeah.
Because they got all political with the BLM and all. That's when all that shit. And they lost a lot of people from that shit.
They almost lost me. I love the NBA more than most people I know because I just love sports in general. But when players were actually deliberating, not playing a child's game, like, let's be all the way for real. Like, no bullshit. You roll a ball out onto the court, there's 2 hoops, and you just got to throw it into a bitch. And they were like, we cannot do this. We're taking a stand. There's too many black people dying. I'm like, if you don't go the fuck to work, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing is it just got way too political, and it pushed away so many people because every sports league was trying to do something political, was the NFL, NASCAR, MLB, etc. And people just like, all right, bro, like, y'all gotta chill, stay in your lane. You were doing sports. We did not come here to listen to you talk about BLM or any of this other shit. Go out here, throw this baseball. Shut the fuck up. We don't care. Go out here, put this ball in this goddamn hoop. You catch this football and score a touchdown. We don't care about none of that other shit.
Well, ironically, people go to sports to escape that shit. And y'all literally got it at each end of the basketball court. There's some, I think up to Madden 23 and Madden 24, they still got like end racism on the back of the helmets and shit. I'm like, I am playing a video game right now. The last thing I'm trying to think about is political discourse, the mistreatment of colored people. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to moss on somebody.
Well, the NFL was able to like dial their shit back a little bit. The NBA just kind of was like, we're just gonna keep going this way. Cause the NBA really just tone deaf as hell. That's their biggest issue. They tone deaf on a whole nother level. Like, think about this: players are getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars, and you ain't even got to be a star to get this kind of money. You just be a role player, getting good guaranteed money. And you over here bitching and complaining because you got to play 60-something games out of 82. So basically what you complain about is, I have to show up to my job 60% of the time. Like, what?
60,
but I'm getting paid
just to be awarded.
I'm getting paid full salary to show up 60% of the time when I'm complaining because I have to do this because it's hard. Like, you fucking kidding me? NFL players, they play 17 to what? 20 something if you include playoffs. Them niggas don't be on all this pussy ass shit.
Not at all.
They give them a shot and it's like, hey, you go. Get out there and play.
We give them whatever drugs they need at halftime. Get the fuck out there. There's way too much money on the line for you not to be in these games right now. I respect it, honestly. Like, NFL players, when you listen to them talk about the game, these are some dudes that really do not take the position for granted. Like, they don't at all. These NBA players, what would Kobe say? Soft. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them take that shit for granted. Ben Simmons is a prime example. As soon as he got that contract, he was like, I am done trying. I'm done. Not hooping.
Yeah, I don't even know how many games he played this year for the Nets.
He's like, my back hurts. Every time I check in, my back hurts. Kawhi, I got my ring. I don't know how much the league is involved. I don't know if he legitimately has like some type of degenerative issue in his knees. I don't care. Either get out there and play or retire. Because this bullshit of you hooping all season and then the playoffs come and he's like, oh, I'm going to sit out for a bit. Stop it.
Yeah, the league definitely has a big role in it, especially in the postseason too. Like you think about Zion Williamson, he just magically getting hurt with 3 minutes. Yeah, that's the league saying, "Hey, nigga,
That's the league.
get out. You're being too effective. Get out."
You cannot
make
get
the
Braun out in the play-in, bro. We only got a year or two left of this man. He's making us half the money we earn. You cannot be the reason. Get out, bro. We'll make something up. Just leave, please. It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
The NFL, I respect him more. I think it's a little bit harder. I think it's significantly harder to rig the NFL as opposed to the NBA because of the violence of the sport. But the NBA, man.
I don't think it's harder. I think it's just done different. Like the NBA, we see it. You go by possession and break down a game on the fuckery. Football, same shit. It's not hard to rig a football game.
Like the NFL, I feel like it's not harder to do it, but it's harder to prove. The NBA, they'll get somebody out and you'll be like, this guy's clearly not injured. The NFL, you'll see somebody miss a tackle and you'll have 1,000 people in your emails, in your DMs, in your comments like, have you ever played sports before? Sometimes you miss tackles. If you think about the direction and the angle to the speed at which he was moving, it's easy to whiff like that. You're like, all right, bro. Okay. All right. Sure.
You can break it down to play calling because they do some questionable shit in the NFL game late play calling wise. So it ain't that hard. It is not that hard.
I think the NFL just naturally has more what they used to call them, fanboys. NFL's got more fanboys running to their defense. The NBA, if you're like, that shit looks wrong, most people are like, yeah, you're right. But there's so many games that like nobody really pays attention. But the NFL, man,
like they had the whole Tim Donaghy thing, so it was like public already in a way. The NFL, I don't think has had a big time scandal like that with referees. I mean, you know, people question shit with the Rams and the Saints game, but never like a big ass scandal that involved referees. It was always teams cheating, like the Patriots and this, that, and the third. So that's another thing.
Yeah, I think the Patriots, the only reason they allowed the Patriots to do that shit is because, you know, Tom Brady reasons. It's crazy. They literally drop whole documentaries about how much the Patriots cheat, and everybody's like, "No, it's cool. Oh, it's fine." Strange. People make exceptions for who they want to make exceptions for.
That's true. You don't hear people saying that about baseball really either. It very rarely, if I post some shit with somebody say, this shit ain't scripted or whatever. There was one though. This shit was wild. It was like I had to post on TikTok because YouTube, like the MLB themselves, like blocked me from uploading. I was like, that's saying something right there. They stepped in and was like, oh no, we can't have this. It was Jurickson Profar, plays for the Padres at the time, against the Dodgers in the playoffs. This nigga swung at a ball that hit the dirt. It didn't hit the dirt, it hit the grass before the dirt on a pitch. Like Kershaw threw this bitch in the grass and this nigga swung at it. And the announcer was having a field day with it, basically hinting that this nigga did this shit on purpose and he planned this weeks in advance. I'm just like, that's wild.
Well, yeah. Also, I don't know anything about baseball, but the fact that Clayton Kershaw is even throwing a ball into the dirt to begin with, I thought he was one of the best. It's strange.
No, like this was one of the most blatant pitches where you just know not to swing. Like it was bad. It was like a good 15, 20 yards before the plate. This nigga swung still. Like it was bad.
That's wild, bro. I just, sometimes I wish I never knew. Sometimes I wish I never gave it a second thought and I could just sit back and just enjoy sports. But sometimes the stuff is so blatant, then you're just like, oh yeah, all this other stuff that I've been ignoring, it's actually kind of ruining this thing I love.
I don't get mad about it. It's no difference in pro wrestling. You know it's fake, but you can still enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. Some people still don't get that. I still get the occasional Instagram DM. They were like, you be on Lobo's show talking about how it's rigged. But you love watching it so much. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
That's like people be asking because they think that's such a deep question. It's like, nigga, that is not a deep question.
They're like, we got them. They're frauds. I'm like, bro, I went and watched a movie called Civil War today. Y'all aren't gonna believe this, but it wasn't a documentary. It wasn't real. It was actually just a movie with like actors and stuff.
Exactly.
But believe it or not, I actually still really enjoyed it, even though I knew it was fake. Isn't that wild? I know that's blowing your minds, but it's crazy. Even though I knew it was just a movie,
you still enjoy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like people be like, how you watch this knowing that it's fake? The same way I watch a TV show or a movie, jackass. Like, what the fuck kind of stupid ass question is that? Like, me knowing this is gonna ruin shit. Like, no.
Anyways, I'm gonna put y'all on some free game since we talking about media in general. And maybe we could do a whole other episode about this. Invincible's a great show. It's on Prime. It's animated. I don't give a fuck how you feel about animated television. The shit's brutal. It's for adults. It's called Invincible. It's a superhero show. We are not sponsored by anybody. I'm just telling y'all to go watch that shit. It's tough.
We do fuck with the show. We do fuck with the show over here. Invincible. We do fuck with the show.
In fact, I am about to bounce here in a minute, but if y'all have any recommendations for television, I work from home these days. Y'all let me know what I should watch. Seriously. Because I'm always looking for new shit. You used to talk about Snowfall.
Yes. Snowfall's that shit.
I've never watched that show. I just see clips of that black dude going crazy. Talk about him, her, him, body. I don't know what the fuck is going on in that show.
That's the show you need to watch. There you go. Save you all that trouble. Snowfall is the show you need to watch. And people in here, it's on Hulu, FX. Snowfall is the show. Easily the show.
Snowfall was great. Thank you, Crazy 77. I mean, that's a glowing endorsement. I appreciate that. I would never. Snowfall was straight fun. Everybody's watched it except for me. I don't know. They're about to take my card away.
I've been telling you. I think Fred been watching that shit too. I think Fred has seen the whole show too. But yeah, Snowfall is that show for real, bro. Like, you gonna love that shit, bro. Like, trust me.
Snowfall, my favorite show. Are y'all trolling? Everybody,
real shit,
everybody
bro. Snowfall was that show. Like, I binge watched the shit out of that 2020. Like, that is that show for real. Like, I'm not bullshitting.
Give me like a 30-second pitch. Why is it so great?
Nigga, it talks about just like, I don't know, selling drugs and shit during the 80s, during the crack epidemic. And it shows the government side of things, and it shows like the street side of things, and like the evolution of Franklin as a character, like how he is when he's like a rookie in this shit versus how corrupted he gets over time with the money and the power. And it's amazing character development that it just follows everybody through. It's a good show though.
Look, I love shows about drugs and people's character development. I think Breaking Bad is the best show I've ever seen.
It's like that. It's like that. It's basically like Breaking Bad, but with like coke and crack instead of meth.
And for black people, that's a good pitch. Yeah. I like it. I'm in. I'm gonna have to try that
Uncle
shit.
Jerome was fun. Teach your homie how to squabble. That shit is my shit. Yes, that's the show y'all need to watch though.
Hey, all right. So for y'all, I'm giving you Invincible. Y'all are giving me Snowfall. Next time we hop on NBA, otherwise, it's on Breaking Bad level. I wasn't bullshitting. It's like that. Okay. Does the cinematography and shit go crazy? Like all the actors' performances? Are there bad characters? Are there some characters where you're like, I don't give a shit about their storyline? Or is everybody good?
I'll say for the most part, everybody good in this shit. Like I can't think of a character I just don't fucking like.
I feel like okay, let me ask you this before I make my next statement. Is the majority of the cast black? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. The reason why I asked that is because I don't see it getting any type of like award recognition. And that's probably, I don't know, that might have something to do with it. Because I hear like a lot of shows.
TV award shows. I think it's won some shit. I don't keep up award shows like that. But nah, nigga, this is good. This ain't no fucking BET drama shit, no tube shit. No,
that was gonna be my next question. I was like, is it like BET level, like weird drama shit, or
no? This is high quality shit.
I might do an episode of that shit tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, you gonna like that shit. But yeah, man, we finna get on up out of here. Yeah, so if you haven't watched Snowfall, do that. Oh yeah. I didn't think I got nothing else. Yeah, no, we out.